Karen, when you're ready.
Okay.
Thank you.
So the first question is from Maria. You are so inspiring. It says it's okay to ask a question. Do we need to focus on what we want, or does being present automatically take care of that, as long as we don't get in the way of what we want to manifest? For example, health, wealth, and family harmony. Or is it more likely to manifest quickly when we expect or give it attention without resistance? Thank you so much, Helen, for shaking up my whole belief system and helping me find peace with uncertainty. Blessings and abundance.
So one of the fundamental shifts that happens when awakening deepens and progresses is a clearer, perhaps, understanding how we can work with desire and manifesting. So as we begin to realize that we are everywhere, we are the one being, we are the one consciousness, then it begins to get clear that there isn't a separate being that is making these desires happen or has to do something to get them to come into manifestation. So it doesn't matter what we want. It could be a better job, more money, awakening itself, whatever it is that we want. And the separate being that would pursue this and try to make it happen is disappearing. So it actually flips on its head, that we begin to realize that the presence of that desire, this feeling of wanting something, is actually evidence that life is moving that way anyway. So what we want is coming into manifestation, but not because we're wanting it. That's just the way life manifestation is evolving, constantly changing, and it's going this way. And we feel a part of that process where it feels like I want in a human body, but it's really life's urge to expand into more of something in some way. So if you can do your best to feel that desire and knowing that that's your work done as the infinite self. So in a human being, it has desires. As the formless reality, it doesn't. So feeling the desires, allowing it to come up fully. Most of us don't feel our desires. We've got so used to thinking we're separate beings that we associate desire with pain. I want this, but it won't come, or I don't deserve it. So here's the other side of your question here. Technically speaking, just to feel the desire is enough, and it will come. It's already coming into a thought form from just energy. The thought is I want, and then it comes down to an emotional level. So whether we feel good about what we want or bad is going to tell you whether it's going to show up or not. And why we feel bad emotionally is because we have some belief that's in the way, which you were pointing to here. So looking at any ideas of so I can't have this. Let's take a relationship, a wonderful relationship, meet the right person in my life who's going to make me feel or help me to feel safe and loved. If I don't feel deep down that I'm safe, if I'm still feeling a lot of fear, it's going to be hard for me to allow that into my life. But or that I don't feel good enough to let that happen, don't deserve to be happy or something. So we can contemplate those beliefs. We can look at the emotion and track it back to the belief. So fear, for me, said, I don't feel safe, I'm in danger. Shame said, I don't deserve to be happy. And I had lots of those to look at. So flipping it on its head, recognizing because I want it, it's already trying to happen. My desire is the evidence that it's coming into manifestation, not the cause. What does that mean? There's nothing I can do to stop it. I can slow it down, though, with my resistance, my unworthiness, and holding on tightly to that belief. So just looking at what emotions come up around the desire, and you'll see the beliefs that are slowing it down. You can't stop it, but you can make it appear in some kind of diminished form. So instead of Mr. Right, we end up with Mr. Half Right, or Mr. Mostly Wrong. You know, I think we've all been through that experience, or Mrs., you know, whichever. So just looking at the beliefs that are coming up, and that's the work done then. Meaning, if left alone, the self, the infinite self appearing as a human being, totally free of the mind, some desire arises, it's felt very strongly, intensely, and then it will, the energy will pass from the body, and that's your work done in that. We just need to watch, as you said, for anything that's in the way of that. So instead of I want this and I have to make it happen, it becomes as the self, I want this, therefore it must already be in progress. And just checking I'm getting out of the way of that, as you said. So wonderful question.